second lap at the first round of the National Trophies 2023 Elite Men at South Shields Gypsies Green. So this is my second live stream for this weekend's races, and the last one went really well, so I hope you guys enjoy watching this race. So far we've got Ollie Akers on the front, and we've got Thomas Mean trying to catch him up just behind. This race should be really exciting, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So this is our sort of area where we've got the tents, we've got the recycling podium, and of course we've got our finish banner.
We're getting live coverage here from the chip shop, Sandy Climb. Some smooth riders coming through there, just running up. I think the essence of this one is to dismount early and then press on and keep the running speed.
This course is really technical, and yeah, so for good in terms of technically riders, then they should be really good at this course, which we know many of the people who are competing in this race are. So we have some main features, including a sand pit. We also have some like steep banks. We have lots of technical features. Oh, and some greasy corners as well. So yeah, lots of technical features and lots of places where exciting things could happen for our live stream. So if we head over here to the one of the main technical features on the course, then you'll see people heading up and down that, and many people in the women's race they got off, but we'll see if anybody can ride up it this time. So yeah, I'm sure that lots of people are, and including me, we really hope that Thomas Mean does well, because he's a local rider, and yeah, so best of luck to Thomas today. Earlier on, our women's race was very exciting and came for some good footage. You can see from the tape that today, of course, is really windy and you don't want to be on the front. So I think we might see some tactics in terms of where the riders are trying to get on the back of each other, and of course we'll get some people, for example, fourth place perhaps in the women's race was just really trying to hold on to that podium positions, because also they knew that if they were within, like, if they got a gap, the front leaders, then there would be no chance of getting back on. And of course that wind promotes that opinion. So over here we've got our sand pit, which there have been many routes formed. So yeah, there'll be lots of like ruts, and the sand pit should be like really techy for today's race. Yeah. Over there we can see Thomas Mean going around those corners. He's in first position, and then we've got Ollie Akers behind him, and then Toby Barnes is behind him, if you can't hear the commentary. So here we've got our small sand pit, which is I say easier, but it's not exactly, because I would say that the sand is probably deeper, which makes it harder, although it is the shorter one of the two. So Thomas Mean, we can see going up that corner there, up that little gliding bank, and then he's going to come down to round the bowl and through the start finish line for his third lap, I think. It's nice to see that there's lots of people watching as well on the course, because yeah, it's always good to have the lots of support for the local riders and the people who've put on these events. So there we can see Ollie Akers going through the start line. And then you can see Thomas Mean coming here along this straight.
That's a top 4 gone through, but look at this, making his way through the bunch there. That is
and overhead you can see the sea, which is, yeah, and in the distance over there, I'm not sure whether you can see it or not, we've got the lighthouse on South Shields Pier. So there we go, there we've got Ollie Akers, number 10 for Ribble Verge, that is. And then here we've got number 9 Montezuma's and some other riders there, including number 7, number 6 and number 4. Then of course we have our main sandpit, which, yeah, is probably the trickier of the two, simply because it's longer, so you've got to keep your momentum for longer. But I might be wrong with that, because the other one does actually look slightly deeper. And there's Paul Oldham there for her, of course. And I'm pretty sure that in 23 there for Rotor Racing, that is Ruben Oakley. Yep, on those orange and black notices. And then we've got number 19 and number 28 going through there. It's really nice to see Tom doing well, especially as he's a local rider. As well, if you haven't already checked out our South Shields video from last year, try and check that out, because it is really interesting, and it's, yeah, nice to see people watching as well. This is my second cyclocross live stream. Well, it's first time attempting it for this weekend. But yeah, there's also the live stream from earlier, this women's race, if you want to watch that as well. That was quite an interesting race. And of course it has commentary as well. This is one of my absolute... Sorry, that's just a very, very cute sausage dog crossing the track there. But yeah, this is, I'm sure many people's many people's favorite courses because it is really technical, which means for those riders who maybe do a bit of mountain biking or they're just quite skilled, that'll be a really good course for them. And it also is good for watching as well because it means that there's lots of features that you can explore and see how they work out.
Thomas May now heading towards the arena entrance again. Here he comes. He's going to swing round this corner. Look at the gap he's opened up now. He looks cool as a cucumber. He looks like he's enjoying this. He's not under any pressure at all. He's put himself under pressure though. He lifts the pace once again. As soon as it slows, he's lifting the pace again there. Next ride in the quick through. And he's come through. That is a number 2 coming through there. So that is Toby Barnes has got that second position now. He had a link up with Oliver Akers, but it looks like he's distanced Oliver Akers now. Thomas May quickly up on that descent as he locks the back wheel and drags it a little bit. Powers on over the top. Look at the speed he's doing here. Absolutely incredible. Now it's Toby Barnes comes around the corner now. What can Toby Barnes do? This is where you have to make no mistakes. But look at this. Callum DeBoer is up the wheelbase. He's absolutely flying now. Incredible. Oh, look at this. Coming round that corner. You can pick Joe Cookham out because he's riding on those past top wheels. There he goes. Over the top. And he drops down. Joe Cookham slides himself into fourth position. Look, deleting a bunch of riders. Simon Wiley and Oliver Akers. So Joe Cookham has got company. Joe Cookham has got Simon Wiley. Oliver Akers on the wheel. It's changing every moment of the race, and this is a long race. The one thing that isn't changing is the gap that Thomas May has overtook. And when he comes across the line, Thomas May goes through. What's he got going? 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. He's absolutely on it. Challenge over his margin, and then coming through in the second position, that is Toby Barnes goes through to that second position. But look at this rider here, the rider in the third position now is Callum DeBoer. These are ramming it up now. 11. He's got Toby Barnes in the side. Right here, look at this. 3 riders locked together. Joe Cookham, Simon Wiley, and
6, 4, 10.
Win to make the moves to pull that next rider back now. There it is, the chasing Callum DeBoer now is Callum DeBoer.
29.
You can see the gaps here. Can Callum DeBoer get back on the turn?
7.
Toby Barnes.
It's hard to see his, not his, you don't know.
14. 40.
That was Daniel Barnes,
Okay guys, so we just had a little bit of a break there watching some of the riders go through the finish line. So yeah, we'll get back to the commentary now. It's good to see that there are more people in the like watching now. But it's just nice to see people coming along and watching and supporting riders. It's also nice to see some of our favourite stalls here. For example, we have the much loved big bubble hat stall today. We also have a coffee van, which I'm sure is a favourite for many, and then we also have the Pretty Gritty stand, which I know many people love. Some of them are actually quite slippy because the rain overnight has made them like a bit, not so much like muddy, but just that little bit slippy. That means it can be a little bit technical going around those corners, which already are technical. One of our most technical sections on this course is these corners. They can actually get really slippy, especially in the second race of the day. Sorry, third race of the day, when we've already had lots of people ride on them. So our course here is split into three main parts. So we've generally got the main field here, where we've got all of our stands, we've got the main banner, and the general sort of hub of the course. So over the hill there, that you can see in the far distance, that's a really good place for watching. Deep sort of sandbank, which is I know I've said this a lot, but it is one of the most technical bits. We can see some riders there coming through into the finish line. It's funny, if you look at some riders, they look totally like chilled, and then if you look at other riders, it's like you can really tell that they're struggling. It's probably good to be able to have that sort of almost like poker face, where you can oh, here's Thomas Mean coming through, so he's obviously leading our race. Come around these corners, he just looks so, like not trying, but yeah. Go on, Thomas. So that's first place going through, and and then this is second place, although I'm not sure whether this is under 23 or elites. So this is number 2 for Rebel Veg. And then here we've got quite a sort of battle for third. We've got 3 riders. We've got number 4, number 11 and number 6 all packed together, and then it's not that much of a gap between our 2 next riders, which will be 6th and 7th. Both of these happen to be Montezuma's riders. On the front we've got number 20, and then just behind him we've got number 9. And then just behind them, of course, who can forget Ollie Akers. Ollie did really well at the Harrington Supercross race. He was leading at the front, and then Thomas did eventually get him, but to be leading when he's like obviously year below is really impressive. So roughly they've been racing for about 20 minutes now, so yeah, and obviously Thomas Bean we've got in front. There's Paul Oldham coming down. He'll be going through these corners shortly. Now we've got number 16. And then here we've got Paul Oldham, who is number 14 actually. There we go, we can really see that second Montezuma's rider really like pushing to get onto them, and there we go. It's just got on. There we've got another Hope rider coming through, 72, 26 just ahead of him. And then we've got this sort of like 4 riders, including Nick Craig for Scott. And then we've got a Rota racing rider and another one who is Ruben Oakley actually. And if you check out the old South Shields video from last year, you will see an interview with Ruben Oakley, because he's really good at interviews and he's really chatty and it's a good interview. So yeah, make sure to check that one out if you haven't already. Go on, Ruben. You can see just in between this mud here, you've got this sort of like little rock where you don't really want to clip your tire, because otherwise, you might slip, because it does look quite slippy, and especially around the mud you can't really see it. So that could be something to watch out for the riders. And then 48 is leading a group of 3 riders there, just behind another. And so we've got on the front, let me see, on the front we've got number 28, and then behind him we've got James Elves for Reefing Racing, who's number 48, and he's leading a group of 47 and 33. And then just behind them we've got number 30 for Hope Tech, and we've got 41 for Mag Speed. It's really good to see a rider from D-side, because it's always good to have people travelling to come to these races, because obviously it gives them more people, so more people put it on, and then it's really good, just in general. I've seen a good selection of riders today. Quite a good one down there. Then we've got 45 and 49 all coming through. 49 is racing for Shipton CC, so Yorkshire rider. And then we've also got behind him 44, followed by 55. skid there from number 43, just coming around that corner. You can smell the sausages from here. Over at the German sausages stand. Good to see a local rider here. DCC 56. Go on, DCC. And then followed by Scott 51. Got 3 riders there coming into the finish line. Thomas Mean is, of course, just miles ahead of everybody else. So, yeah, I think, well, I'm not going to say it because, you know, commentator's curse, but I think he has pretty much got this race.
It's like a tornado.
We then head up to the DCC gazebo, where you can then head into the second field.
Very cautiously.
Just past, if you look over this German sausage stand, you can see the skyline of South Shields town. And just over the hill there, we've got the fish and chip shops, which I'm sure will be many's destination after the race. Well, it definitely is at local races. And there we've got Thomas Mean heading in through the finish line.